Hi. Hi. All right. So I'm undercover today. The way this cuts me off, it looks like I got milk and boobs. It's a bad angle. So let's lift this up. It's let's not distract people with that craziness. All right. I hope this is going. Yes. Let me say hi to everyone. Yay. Because you're all not expecting me to be here on time. And why should you? Celebrate. Celebrate. I'm trying to find fun, cute. There we go. There's Ban Raven. Oh, wow. How cool is that? Okay. Hi. I don't know who it is that's there right now. I can't see you. You might be able to see me. All right. Let's go back to the chat. Johanna, hello. Hello. Hi, Hope. Okay. So we are going to get rolling here. I'm sorry. You know what? It doesn't matter how prepared I think I am. Something always waylays me. So I have to leave the room for a second to get a lighter that actually works. So hold on. And I want to move this over here to show you guys something. All right. Good grief. It doesn't matter. All right. We are back. I'm not going in. Yeah. Hey, Lori. Hi, Tina. All right. I'm going to start. It's raining and we've had crazy monsoons, and I've been wanting to get back up in my hammock chair. I love it up here. I love it up here. And I'm in my little sacred alcove, and I can still see the animal messengers. So I'm going to talk to you for a second. Hi, Gina. I'm so glad you're with us. I hope you're doing well. Hello, hello, hello. Sending you love. Oh, no, I don't want to hide my emotions. Oh, isn't that a message? Oh, no, no, I don't want to hide my emotions. You don't want to hide your emotions. You want to bring your emotions out for everyone to see. Don't hide your emotions. Let's see. So squirrel, that little squirrel's farting stars. So squirrel says, get ready for big changes. The squirrel says, get organized, prepare, get prepared. Changes are afoot. Right now, I mean, I'm covered. I've got my stuff pretty much covered over there. We had a crazy monsoon last night, and my kittens got completely wiped out. Everything was soaking wet. I brought everybody in but Ligris, and she was underneath the second tower, and she was dry, but everything got wet. And it was good to show me what I needed to change. So there's a message, right? Get ready, get prepared, says the squirrel. And that squirrel was farting stars. So that was like, caught that squirrel by surprise. Something did, like that monsoon just came out of nowhere. But did it really? We've been shown again and again that this is monsoon season, and they showed signs of rain, even though they didn't say it was going to hit us that hard. And the fact of the matter is, I've got intuition. My intuition said it's going to pour buckets. So get everything covered. And I thought I did. And I was all excited that I got everything prepared. And that was like a test drive. So sometimes you have to go through something in order to see what it is truly that you need. And that didn't work. It looked great, but it didn't work. So there's that. Another message I wanted to talk to you about, because I don't think she's here yet. Remember, I don't know if it might have been, I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks ago when I kept hearing that bird call me. That bird was calling me. And I said to the bird, let me see you. Let me see you. And I think that's pretty interesting that I intuitively said that. Let me see you. Come here. I need to see you. And Chords of Gratitude said, it's a quail. And I said, my higher self didn't agree with that. I thought, no, that's not a quail. But then I thought, well, who am I to argue? I don't know everything. Maybe it is. Does sound kind of like a quail, but in the back of my mind, there was something else that my intuition was telling me. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Nandini. Hi, Breezer. Breezer says, just putting my Bluetooth on for the drive to work. Have an amazing day, everyone. All right, we're all with you, Breezer. So what ended up happening in the last 2 days, I've had a frequent visitor to my front yard that I have not seen in my yard at all. I know him. I'm very familiar with him. It's going to rain if you want to come up here, mamas. I'll let you in. I see this animal when I'm hiking and up in my neighborhood at the top towards the mountain, but not in my yard. And so I looked over, I heard that sound, and I looked over, and it was a California scrub, and it was taking food. Hi, Ingrid. Good morning, Soul Fam. Heading to work now. It takes 55 minutes. I'll listen along the way. Much love to all. Much love back. So I heard this bird, and then I saw him, and I said, it's you. It was you all along. Message. It was you all along. I already knew. There's something I already knew all along, but I allowed someone else's thought to override my internal instinct, right? I'm not just saying that, chords of gratitude. I mean, maybe it did sound like a quail, but it wasn't. It was a California scrub. And he was eating from the food dish at the front door that I put out for my ferals. So it's somebody that's coming, and it's basically like watching our videos, right? People coming in and taking the food that I provide for them, that spirit provides. Please let me rewind that. That spirit provides through me as a channel. I'm just a channel, right? You turn on the channel, out comes spirit. I'm not taking credit. Although I do have my own intuitive nudges, and I will go with that and share that, because it is co-collaboration with the divine. And I'm not saying that I haven't worked my whole life to do this, because I have. I spoke the language of the animals when I was a little girl, and I have been doing this my entire existence. When I was 6 years old, I was on a platform in front of 350 people giving talks. Now, I was a Jehovah's Witness, and I don't follow that belief system, but it taught me. And I did speak, and I was very much in love with Master Jesus, always. And so why do I go there? Because this is a collaboration. I'm going to go segue back to the California scrub, because I don't want to be distracted from the message he was trying. So he was trying to talk to me, but he was hidden. And I kept saying to him, come to me, let me see you. And instead of insisting that he come, I just went along with it. Okay, it's a quail. So quail is about family situations. Now, clearly that day, hi Nandini, clearly that day there was a message that needed to be shared. And that's why Chords of Gratitude said, oh, it's a quail. It was about family. Now, there may have been a situation with this California scrub and family. But the California scrub talks about delayed gratification. So something that you've been wanting is coming. There's just been a delay. And so he kept trying to get my attention, and I didn't see him, but I felt he was there. And then he showed himself. So there's a message in that. There's a song that we kept getting, and then you showed up. So we're going to see who shows up. I'm going to wait, I guess. I was going to turn my radio up, but I'm not. I'm going to do our singing bowl. So he showed up in my backyard again today too. And he made sure that I saw him. And he said, it was me. It was me. It was not the quail. And the quail is danger, danger, Will Robinson, right? Quail is always about being careful. So that person, so the California scrub showed up, and he said, you don't have to worry about me. You don't have to be cautious about me. It was me all along. And I said, well, then you should have shown yourself, shouldn't you? Right? I'm channeling, so just go with it. Hi, Julie Zechariah. Missed you. Okay. And so funny. I had my hair down. I had it all blow dried and all fluffy. And I thought, oh, let's get some wave in it. And I just put it in these braids. And I decided I look kind of like a Lyran starseed. So I'm leaving it up, because that's what I be. All right, here we go. We're going to clear our energy. Should we clear our energy? No. We're going to show you the items first, and then we're going to clear our energy, because then maybe during that time you'll get an idea. Spirit will tell you why you're choosing what you're choosing. Your highest self will show you. So it's going to all start. I hope Kara shows up. She might be working, my friend Kara. I went to get my hair done, and she gifted me my hair, my whole experience. She gifted me because she's freaking amazing. And I accepted it because I have been asking Spirit for abundance. And when abundance shows up, we can't decide to accept or not accept. We've asked for it. So here it is. Now we accept it. So it was this. She says, I saw this and I thought of you. So are you going to choose this box? Great things come in small packages. Remember, this is a star. It says happy every day. Happy. So I'm going to choose to be happy every day. That's the first item to choose from. I'm going to choose. I have a sign right inside my door, right in my office. It says today I choose to be happy. So this is pretty cool. That's the first item to choose from. Okay. Then comes this. It's very special. I was excited and about, hey, you guys, don't chase the squirrel. Remember that squirrel that got caught by surprise? Someone's chasing that squirrel. Look how magical. First of all, it makes magical noises and it's sparkly. Like me today. Oh, my goddess. I'm the butterfly. I'm the butterfly. I just realized I've got butterflies on here. Are they butterflies or are they dragonflies? They could be either. So it's a blue butterfly, and the message says, you give me butterflies. I can't believe you'd up and leave me, someone is saying. I lost my shit. You know I didn't mean it. And I rinse and repeat it. And I can't take it back. So in the past is where we'll leave it. So somebody, that little squirrel, shat stars, right? Oh, something caught them by surprise and something came out the wrong way. Do you choose I choose butterfly? Do you choose happiness every single day? Or do you choose the very secret little messages that were inside? 2 red string bracelets. One for one partner. Hurts for me to think about life could have been. And now I'm here without you. Song playing in the background. So the red string is an unbreakable bond between two. And since mine isn't here, I will surrogate for him. I will hold that side because that's my heart side, right? And the rain is coming and the thunder is coming. All right, so those are the items to choose from, you guys. I was going to do our reading in Duchess, and I thought maybe I'd save that for when it gets even colder. All right, those are the items to choose from. I choose happiness every day. You give me butterflies. And the red string of unbreakable connection. All right, now we're going to clear our energy and call in our divine. Call in our Father and Mother God, Goddess. Call in our starseed tribes, all from the highest white light. Call in our archangels and our angels and ascended masters. Call in our passed over dead loved ones. Call the ancestors of the land of Sedona. Call in the Fae, the Dragon Fae, the mermaids, the unicorns, and the flying horses, the Pegasus divines. We call in all the elements: wind, water, earth, fire. We ask that all of our guides come forward, past, over, present. I call on Archangel Metatron to clear and balance our chakras. I call on Archangel Michael to shield and protect and repel any negative energy. I call on Archangel Ariel, the angel of finances and animals. I call in Archangel Shamuel, the soulmate and career archangel. I call in Archangel Raphael, the healing angel, for any of those of us that are suffering, needing healing. I call you in to comfort, bring a sense of peace. Call in Archangel Jeremiah, Angel of Dreams. I call in Master Jesus. I love you so. Someone else is talking right now. The elementals, all the spirits of the animals who came before and all around us. I call in my highest Lyran guide. And so it is. Whew, I kind of went to a different place right then. So let me just get a little bit grounded. That kind of took me right out. Okay. For those who chose happiness every day, I heard a deck earlier today, and I didn't think I had it. I think I gave it away, but it sent me looking for that particular. Maybe it's in my. Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. I wonder if I should go get it. I heard no. It was leading me to this. Oh, interesting message. So I heard I heard Keepers of Light. No, I didn't hear Keepers of Light. This is Keepers of Light. I heard Star something tarot, and I was like, really? Because I don't even do tarot, right? So I went outside, and I've got a Victorian cabinet on my back porch. It's filled with all kinds of decks and crystals and shells of animals. And I was looking at it, and I said, I don't have that one. Starkeeper Tarot. I don't know what it was, but anyway. So I looked, and I saw Keepers of the Light, and I said, this one, and they said yes, and I'm like, oh, well then why didn't you say that? So did you see how that one sent me there to get me to choose that? Just because that one appeared didn't mean that was the one that I was to choose. It was to get me from point A to get me to point B. Wow, you guys, it's literally cold and rainy right now. My dogs are on the other side of the porch. All right. So what we were meant to do was get to the second one, right? I helped you get to the first step, and now we're moving on to the second one. So White Eagle, ancestor spirit. Well, we called in ancestor spirits, didn't we? Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. This is amazing. So you're in, for those who chose that specific, for those of you who chose that specific item, you are in the energy now. So you've done the work to bring you to the place where this healing is possible now for you amongst your ancestors. Connect your lineage. Remember, I kept connecting. I would go to the river, and I would, I said I was walking along, and it didn't matter what kind of mood I was in. When I got to this certain place, it was a portal that I entered, and I got to Australia. I said, all of a sudden I'm in Australia. When I get in between these two trees, I'm in Australia, which was where my ancestry was. And I needed to break a past generational pattern. And I knew it. And it had to do with poverty mindset. It had to do with having to work so hard in order to get anything, right? And I said, I'm done with that poverty mindset. I don't believe that. That's what my ancestors believed. I'm going to say thank you to my ancestors, but I am going to release that pattern. And I went to the river, and I imagined getting the roots of the trees and swirling it in the river. And I had a waterfall that was pulling. And we took all the soil out from underneath. And then I let that tree go, and it floated down. And I said, I bless you, and I send you forward into the white light. But now what I root down is abundance. I am now rooted in abundance. So I was ready. I was ready to release that. You now who chose these items, you are ready to release a wound or some kind of pattern, and you're ready to heal it right now. And you're honoring your past. I honored my ancestors. I honored my Welsh and my Norwegian ancestors. I honored them all for what they had gone through and what they had done and what they had brought forward. They did in their lifetime what they could, and now I move forward, and I am teaching others and my children that abundance is available for everyone. You don't have to work hard for a living. You don't have to. Life's tough, better wear a helmet. That's the old story. I'm telling a new story. So what is the wound in your life right now? Honor, first of all, how far you've come, and recognize through a ceremony. That was a ceremony. That was a ritual that I performed. I did something in a different way, and I released the lineage. I rinsed all that soil, all of that was hard packed and holding on to my ancestors and to my bloodline for going forward. I released all that hard packed, everything that was holding on to the root system, and rinsed it cleaned it. And now it was clean, drinking up pure crystalline water that was blessed in the sun. It was incredible. And then we rooted down into abundance. And it was a ritual that I did. So what ritual can you perform? Have you recently had the opportunity to lay bare a family wound? I'm just noticing my Alice in Wonderland clock. It's set to 12:15. I have to change that. I think that's funny. But let's just stop for a second, because I am looking at a clock. I'm looking at 3 and I'm looking at 12. So 3 is the Ascended Masters, someone that you are most familiar with, high pay, working with you right now. And 12 is magic and miracles. So this is the energy you have. You are now in this energy of magic and miracles, and you're being assisted by your ascended loved ones, by your ascended masters. They're helping you to release whatever this wound is, whatever it is that's connected to your family and lineage. You know, I speak about it, and I say that all the male members of my family, 5 generations back, except for my son, my cousin, and my grandsons, all male members are alcoholics. That doesn't need to continue on. That doesn't need to move forward. My son, my grandsons, they are not. And just because that lineage is there doesn't mean that they need to hold on to that and carry that forward. They don't need that. That is not their story. That's an old story. So Spirit says it's very important that you connect with your ancestors. We called them in, you guys. And that's who's coming forward for you guys. And so that you can save this new energy. Put this place of love. Do you want to go in the house? Are you getting wet? Mommy, open the door. You want to go in? Go ahead. You can go that way. Bea, do you want to go in? Mama? Bea? I can let you in. So that's a message. Open the door, right? Allow the energy of the ancestors to also come into this place of love, this place of healing. It would make them feel so amazing, right? That they've done their part. Now we're doing our part, and together we are healing. Oh, it's wonderful. So your ancestors are coming to you now, and they're telling you, we are well. We are proud of you. We love you, and we are with you. We did our part. You're doing yours. Honor it. Go ahead. Go all the way around. Go all the way around. Go all the way around. Go ahead. You can do it. Go ahead. Go. Bea, for God's sake. Okay. Why can't you figure it out? Okay. I have to hold her hand. Okay. Come on. Come on. Up all the way. Bea, come. Over here. Over here. Oh my goodness. Well, there's a message in that. Why is that not easy for you? Why could you not figure that out? Raven went right in. You couldn't figure out how to get in the door? I had to hold your hand? Well, we're at different stages of learning, right? They did their part, and now we are doing our part. And sometimes, and we're opening the door for our ancestors to come right on through. You know what? Come on in. Because you did this for us, and now I'm doing this. And sometimes what they've done for us is teach us what we need to break. Right? All right. So that was a cool message. I like that. I'm going to put this over here. And we're going to go to those who chose the butterfly. Oh, you give me butterflies. You give me butterflies. You give me butterflies. All right. So I heard the shapeshifter oracle. It's getting cold out here. Like I should have like a sweater on. I might have to pull down the tarp on my babies if it gets too crazy. So we're working with the oracle of the shadows and light. For those who chose the butterfly, I'm gonna not move it so quickly. I want you to see how fabulous this is. It's literally priceless. Isn't it the most precious thing? Could you imagine? I mean, I was just like, oh my God. She said, when I saw this, I thought of you. And I love this. Clearly, I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth, and you're going to know that I don't swear. I don't swear on something that is not truthful. I do swear, but I don't swear on, I do not lie. Okay. And I'm telling you, I put these on and then no, it's like, no, I chose this. But I didn't, I knew that there was a box. Like, remember this, I remembered that this is what I was going to use. But look at the colors. It's identical. I didn't know that. I find that incredible. So I don't know. I find that incredible. So I choose that because I chose this without even realizing I chose it. So there's a message in that, and I'll see if it comes up. What I'm getting is, because I got earlier today for myself, that what I needed to do in an old relationship that went past by, because I needed to choose myself. And in choosing myself, I received the mirror of myself. That's what we want. We want us at the highest level, right? We want, if we have a business partner, we want our business partner to be as hardworking, as dedicated, as innovative, as excited, as creative as we are, right? And as a friend, we want the same energy, not identical people, but the same energy. And so I didn't realize that by choosing myself, I will receive the mirror of myself. And it's so simple, and yet so many people chase after people and wait for people and focus all of their energy on those people. And Spirit keeps saying, focus on yourself. If you want that, focus on yourself. If you want that love, just focus on yourself. You'll get it. You're going to get whatever you are. So if you're not working on yourself, if you're not continually working on your shadow, you're going to get someone who is not working on themselves, who is not working on their shadow, right? You're going to get a mirror. I'm so excited that I chose me, and I'm going to now get my mirror, because whoever comes in for me, if they're at the level that I'm at right now, I'm going to be super effing happy. I hope my monk doesn't get wet. There's our message. Very strange. Well, not very strange in all truth. So let me just organize. Hi, Phoebe. It's pouring rain. Aren't you happy you're in the house? In the catio? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I said strange, but not strange in all truth, because of what I just said. So this is how you know I'm connected to Spirit, because I'm talking, and then the card comes out and speaks about it. Okay. So I needed to choose myself. I needed to let go of what was not in my highest good. Right. So this person here, look at the smoke going all around it. I think it's pretty interesting. This one is being sucked on. These are succubus energies around this one. Faceless ghosts and the haunted girl. So she's, and you can't see their face. They look the same. They're mirrors of each other. They're mirrors of each other. And she's calm. She's not stressing out about these ones. She's like, no, I'm not looking at you. I'm not taking this energy on. I recognize why they're here, because they are trying to pull from my energy. These are the kind of people that ride on the coattails of others. These are the kind of people that want to be your friend, of course, because you've done the work. And so now they want to associate with you because they want everything that comes along with it. They're coming to try to take advantage of you, possibly in a moment of weakness, which might be compassion, kindness, right? You might come across as an innocent one. I know they've lost their way. I know that they are formless and faceless. And as soon as somebody else comes along that they can attach to, they will. And what's so interesting is, here's the thing. I know this now, and I'm very aware of when these people come. I can read them. I can see you as soon as you walk up. And it surprises me that others don't see it. I had this discussion with my girlfriend Lisa last night. I said, I'm a seer. I see things that others don't see. It's one of my gifts. I had to do a lot of work to get to the place where I perfected my craft, right? So, and I'm not perfect, but I can tell you, I can read you. I read you. So right now, we're being told, even though I chose this, right? And I said, I can read you. However, right when you think you figured it all out, right? You might look to other people that you're someone who needs help. You're in need of help. So when I've asked for help from spirit, right? They're like, oh, she's in need of help. Okay. But they have an agenda. And they want to invite you to join them. These faceless, devoid ones. They want you to join their group. They want you to be a part of who they are. They're inviting you in. And they think that you aren't going to understand that they have a hidden agenda. They've got different belief systems. They've got different ideas than you do. And they want to attach to you because you have power. You have energy. You have light. And they know it. But they think that you're so sweet and you're so innocent. I think that's so funny that I decided to do my hair. I wasn't going to do this. I was going to take these braids out right before we start. My hair would have just been wavy. But I thought, no, I think this kind of looks cool. But it also looks very youthful, right? And maybe people think, oh, she's innocent. She won't understand, right? You're going to be, and I get this because we've been talking about this lately. Have you been invited to this? Someone said, were you invited? And I said, no, I wasn't. And I said, probably because they know that I would not approve of what was going on there. I wasn't invited to that. But they do want to invite you in. They do want you there on the periphery, right? They think that you're not going to understand. These ones are void. They are blank pages. They are waiting to make themselves become whoever they choose to attach to. These are people who study you, who watch you, and they know how you talk and they know how you speak. And so they do that. And they speak your language so that you might trust them, so that you might think, oh, you're like me, but they're not. They're not. So Spirit says right now, there's imitation taking place right now. People are trying to be a certain way, but they're not really that. So be careful. Be careful. People are acting like experts right now. People are acting, and I've talked about my friend, this is what we talked about. They're acting like experts. There's a woman, and I won't say who it is or even where she is, but she charges an insane amount of money. She says she'll read for you and she'll tell you, do all these things. She's full of shiznit. The second I saw her, I knew she was full of it. But people are paying exorbitant amounts of money because this person is acting like an expert, putting out there that this is what I can do for you. And I read this list of things and I was like, are you kidding me? Do people buy into that? But they do. That's the sad part, is they do. So these ones have not fully formed their identities, or they have been taken over themselves. They say that they can see attachments on other people. But in truth, they have been attached. Something has attached to them, and they're being controlled. They think that they are in control of themselves, but they're not. They're being controlled by a darker energy. So it's wise right now, Spirit says, keep your own counsel. Wait for them to reveal themselves. And again, come here, sweetheart. Come here, baby. You want mommy to get you? Saphira's on the other side. She's getting wet. Do you want mommy to come? She's staring at me. Hold on. I'm going to get wet. Come here, mamas. Mommy get you? Come here. You're okay. I know. It's raining. I know. Mommy gonna put the girl in a house. Mommy's gonna put the girl in a house. So this is my queen. This is Saphira. This is the reason we built the catios, and she's the only one who won't go in them. But she got caught in the rain, and she needed me to help her. She didn't realize what was coming. So there's a message, right? You may be the hidden protector of another, or Spirit is saying you need to be careful. You might be caught unprotected. So you might be the one that's showing someone how to get in, helping someone over the hump, right? Might be pointing out to someone, hey, you know, I know that you're wanting to believe that everybody's very sweet and wanting to be a friend, but I'm here to tell you, you need to be careful of who you're giving your trust to, because right now they want you to join them. And you know what the bummer is? I chose this message, and against your own misgivings, you might want to go. So trust your intuition first. It's wise to keep your own counsel. Stay detached. So there's a message going around about this person, right? It's on YouTube. It's a YouTube thing. And they're like calling this person out. And they said, I was asked if I wanted to see it. And I said, no, I don't want to see it. I don't want to be involved in it. I don't want to know anything about it. I don't want to see it. And I said, I feel like that's publicly stoning someone. And who gave you the right to be a Sanhedrin? Not me. I don't like that story, but stay away from it. So keep your counsel means, no, I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon and burn that person at the stake. No, I'm going to let you figure out for yourself, your own skill, your own gifts. You should be able to tell if something doesn't feel right. But right now, this is despite your misgivings. You're tempted to join. So Spirit saying, don't be like, it's also a message like, don't be like this. Don't be thinking that it's just because you can do it, that it's okay to do it, to ride the coattails of another. That like this person I'm dark as F. And I'm looking at it and I'm just like, how can people not see that? I don't understand how they can't. So the message is to stay detached, keep your counsel, allow them to reveal themselves. So the message to me was, sometimes you have to go through that. Sometimes that somebody gets burned by that. That's your lesson. That's what happens. So I'm not here to go around and say, no, you stay away from that one. You stay. And I had a friend that said to me, well, the medical field is police. The medical field is, you have to have certain, you pass like a bar or whatever, or people check on you. There's reviews and blah, blah, blah. And she says, in the spiritual community, there is nobody policing it. So somebody needs to police it. And I said, I don't want anybody policing the spirit world, my spirituality. I call that religion. And it took me my whole life to get out of it. So no, I don't want anybody policing it. This is where we have to learn, right? This is where we learn our lesson. This is where, bad stuff happens. And then you put your hand on the fire and you burn it. You won't do it again. You'll remember it, won't you? So you're being told that there are people around you right now that are succubus energy, that are riding the coattails of others. You have a feeling, and yet they want you to be a part of something. And maybe it's glitzy glamour. Maybe it's like, like Lisa said to me last night, she says, doing the work that you do and that you've done it for so long, she says, it's got to be lonely, because I'm in a group of people and I'll go dancing, but do I associate with all? No, and it does get lonely. I don't have a lot of people that I consider that I would trust. Trust must be proven rather than given. So you may feel that it's lonely on the spiritual path, and it can be. It can be. That's where you build your resilience, and that's where you learn to really love your own self and love your own energy. And I would rather be in positive energy by myself than in a group of people that are sucking the life out of me. They're not my real friends anyway, are they? They're not your friends. If you wouldn't trust your most precious loved one in that one's energy, why would you allow yourself to be there? All right. That was kind of heavy, but it's happening right now. So Saphira, I'm not letting you out, you goofball. So the next item is the unbreakable thread. The unbreakable thread. And what's interesting is I said I chose this because this is me, but in truth, this is what I chose. The unbreakable connection. Nothing will break that connection. It's there. And it's just a simple, it's not gaudy, it's not loud, it's not making a giant statement, but it's making a personal. I look at that and it's a reminder, right? And then the deck we were told to go to is the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. So it's cold, man. Sapphira, I'm wet because of you, and now mommy's cold. Correct neutrality on all levels. Well, that was fast. Okay. She's staring at me with a face. I'm not letting you out, you little stinky. Yeah, you go lay down, get snuggly wuggle. All right, so this deck, the Oracle of the Shapeshifters, this is what it looks like, the deck. I got this deck in it's Soulscape in Temecula, California, and I was so excited that I went to buy myself a new deck, and this was the card that I got. This is a card that and I had just bought myself a talisman, and I was wearing it. Okay, I bought myself a talisman, and then I bought this deck, and then I went out in the car and I did a reading, and this was the card that I got. So this, notice this one is wearing the mark of the wolf. They're partners. P.S. My spiritual twin is a timber wolf. That's the energy of the timber wolf. So they're different, very different. One's a little more wild than the other, but I carry the mark. You might think that I'm just a girl, but I'm a little more wild than you think. I'm part of the same clan. So it talks about, well, look at the full moon. It's a perfect full moon. So things have been illuminated. They're not the same, but they are family. The girl might be about to change, or this timber wolf might be about to change. There's a change about to happen. Remember the very first message we got was the squirrel. Squirrel was sharding stars, and the dogs chased the squirrel, right? So it's at the fact that the full moon is up there like that means it's at its height of power right now. This is a very protective energy. The message is, I will watch over you, right? Full moon is a time of great change. It's a time of metamorphosis. It's a time of releasing and letting go of everything that doesn't work. So this is a time where things can flip. Who's taking care of who in this picture? It looks to me like the girl is cradling this wild wolf. The tender one, the softer one, is cradling the fierce one. So right now, Spirit says you have a fierceness about you. You have an inner knowledge. That's what we're asking you to call upon. And this is what we're asking you to act with. The fierceness, this knowledge that you have. This is you, and this is me. Merging, right? The two red. Isn't it amazing? We chose these ones, and then the card comes out. It's like they're the same but different. So what you're wanting to understand and what you're needing to understand is that your clan member is watching over you as you go through this change. Put a jumper on. No, I'm okay. I've already left a couple times. I might in a minute, but I'm actually warming up now. I got damp when I ran out there and I got Sapphira. But these little pillows, they're here for a reason. They keep me snuggly wuggly. Here comes the thunder. So while you change, you're going to be watched over by a guardian, by an ancestor. This one will not let you down, by an energy of one that's forever connected to you. Now there's a message. You are at a place where others might not understand you. You're changing. You're in the midst of transition. So if you're in the midst of transition, of course, they're not going to understand you. You're not even understanding things that are happening to you. You're acting on your instinct. You're going on your intuition. My eyes, I don't know if you can see it right now, but I can see it. My eyes have changed colors. They're super, super light. So that happens when I'm getting a huge download right now. I can see it more on Facebook than I can It's funny. People have noticed that before, and I didn't know because I'll be standing out there talking. But when I start to channel, my eyes go very, very light. So right now, I was saying we're acting on instinct. This is something that's occurring from your highest selves, right? This is what's happening. So the next time, I don't know where we're at as far as the full moon. Does anybody know? The next time are within 3 days of a full moon or 3 days after the full moon, call this ancestor or this guardian in. Tell them to come with you. You might be drawn. Remember I said I created I got a talisman, and I had just put it on. It was crazy. I put it on my neck. I don't think it was meant for a necklace, but I put it that way. And so what they're saying is you might be drawn to creating. Now, mine was a piece of jewelry. It doesn't have to be, but a talisman or a symbol that will become your protective piece of jewelry. Cords of gratitude. Hi, almost missed you today. Hope we're all doing well. Hi, Sherri. Hi, Soul Fam. Hi. Oh, I didn't see your message, Tina. These messages are for me. So what it is this is one of my talismans. This is one of mine. And it took me a long time. I picked it up. I'm called Little Lightning at Big Thunder. And lightning, this is the labradorite, which is called the lightning stone. And thunder is happening, and we are at Thunder Mountain, and lightning is happening. But this talisman, it was a lot of money, so I would pick it up and I would hold it every week at the market. And then finally one day I bit the bullet and I bought it. And this is it's a protective talisman for me. So I find it interesting that Spirit says I've got succubus energy trying to attach to me at this time, because they might feel that I'm vulnerable, that I'm in a place where if I ask for something, if I tell you my work's been quiet, or I need help with these animals, or I need someone to stay in my home, message in that. They mistaken me. That doesn't mean I'm vulnerable because I need something, because I require assistance. It doesn't make me vulnerable. But Spirit says to be careful, right? So you might create a talisman, or maybe you have one already. You're drawn to this protective piece. And when you hold this, you are in connection to this one, this unbreakable bond. When you hold this piece, whether it's a drawing, a painting, it can be something like this, right? It can be a piece of jewelry. It's an amulet. It's going to protect you. And so Spirit says, while you have this protection around you, it's okay. You can rest. It's safe for you to rest at this time, because your family member, your guardian, it's here. The energy of that one is here watching over you while you transform, while you change. This is true family that comes to support you at this time. When you call this in, true family comes. This blood tie it's thicker than blood. This tie is thicker than blood, deeper than blood. This is true source, true family. This is a time when courage is necessary, but remember, you're protected and you're safe. And when you approach this change, whatever this change is that's about to happen, know that all is going to be well. All is going to be well. Wow. You're not coming outside, Saphira. All right. So I wanted to, before I go on to those are our items. I'll just brave through it. I want to share with you something really quick, and then we'll do you guys. So my mother had this oracle deck years ago, and all of my things were stolen. And so I found it again. And this is Masaru Emoto, and he's the author of The Hidden Messages in Water, based on the work of Emoto. He discovered that molecules of water can be affected by our thoughts, by words, and by feelings. When the water is frozen, the crystals reveal the concentrated thoughts that directed towards them. So what you have here is 48 cards with different messages on them, and a cobalt glass, because cobalt is super powerful, and I've got water in here. I said to Spirit, what do I need today? Self-love. And so what you do is you put this down, and it faces the water, and it charges the water with self-love. It will literally change the molecules in your water to whatever it is that you need. Wish I'd come up with this. But I do it every day. You can put it underneath a clear glass or you can put it over top. Since mine's cobalt, I put it over top. So I find that pretty fascinating, that what comes out. Because now, you can do it if you don't have the deck. You can, I can ask for one for you, and you can write it on a piece of paper and put it on your water or under your water. Hi, Amy. Amy says hi to everyone. Tina, my eyes are going very, very light green often, and my Lisa always says, Mom, you look really scary. Now I know why. I'm having downloads. It's generally when I channel. Like what it means is spirits coming through me, and so my eyes go to my Lyran star seed, my highest. All right. So I could do that, but I think this is interesting. Because yesterday I'm like, all right, what do I need? And what I got, I didn't expect. And I realized, wow, I did need that. I thought that was pretty freaking interesting. So we're going to do the runes. Lori Hamilton, I don't know if I said hi. Pay said hi to everybody too. She's up above. All right, I mean, P, but it's not P. It's something different. It is joy. Yay! We want joy. Oh, this is my business. This is my, I want to share this. I've shared this before, but this is the magnet that's on the side of my vehicle. This is me with all of my animal totems, my power animals. The Angel's Whisper, Archangel Metatron gave me. And I'm a spiritual cheerleader. And E.T. Angel, and She Who Walks with Raven. And this is my business card. And I have these out when I do different events. I just thought that's kind of cool. All right. So joy. I'm doing joy. I'm in for joy. Let's call joy in. We say yes. Yes to joy. Let's be in our joy. My friend Justin, his business is Just Enjoy. Isn't that cute? Just Enjoy. All right. Is it 12 or? Oh, it's 1:15. Okay. It's really raining, you guys. I love the rain. All right. It's called Wunjo. Light. This rune is a fruit-bearing branch. The term of travail has ended, and you have come to yourself in some regard. The shift that was due has occurred. Now you can freely receive Wunju's blessings, whether they be in material gain in your emotional life or in a heightened sense of your own well-being. This is an alchemical moment in which understanding is transmuted from knowledge. The knowledge itself was a necessary but not sufficient condition. Now you can rejoice, having been carried across the gap by the will of heaven. Joyousness accompanies new energy blocked before now. Light pierces the clouds and touches the waters, just as something lovely emerges from the depths. The soul is illuminated from within, at the meeting place of heaven and earth, the meeting of the waters. There is a new clarity which may call you to renounce existing plans, ambitions, and goals. It is proper and timely for you to do so. For Wunjo is a rune of restoration, of the seal properly aligned with the self. Yay. I say yes to that. I just had a thought. I keep getting these little thoughts and then they go flittering by. It had to do with Saphira. See if it comes back. What was it? To do with Saphira. What, Mama? That is my mother, by the way. Saphira is cool wind from the North Mountain, and it is the energy of my mother. Yes, and she's very beautiful. The bird on the branch. What did we just get in that rune? They said this is a branch, a new branch. And there it is, the little bird sitting on that branch. Ooh, I got a messenger earlier today, too. The spotted towhee. And it's going to give you an opportunity to remain quiet and an opportunity to speak out loudly over the next 2 weeks. So watch over the next 2 weeks where you must, as Spirit said in this message, stay quiet, right? Detach and don't share. But then that's not the whole time. That's like, pay attention to when that needs to happen. That was when these ones want to invite you in. I'm just going to kind of stay quiet. Do you want to see this video? Do you want to share this video? No, I don't. Right? I'm detaching. But now there might be an opportunity where I need to speak up. So over the next 2 weeks, pay attention to when you should remain quiet and when it's very important that you speak your truth loudly. Here's Pegasus the Divine, my very first spirit animal. So magic and miracles is around. Pay attention to your intuition. When I was a little girl, I pointed to the sky and said, "Look, Mommy, flying horses." Flying horses with my English accent. My spirit guides. Just because someone else doesn't see it doesn't mean you don't see it. Rock on. One more. I used to write on paper, "Rich bitch juice," and put my water on top. I love that, Ingrid. Dang, you're so hysterical. Oh my God, I love that. No, I have not started reading others' messages yet. The horse, forward movement, also my grandmother. My grandmother was an Aries horse. So that's an ancestor that I said, "Welcome, Grandma. Thank you for what you taught me. And now I've learned, and now I'm going to teach this," right? Family tree. Forward movement. Sometimes we need to be carried to get to our destination. Rock on. One more. She is so insistent. She is sitting at this door and she wants out. Fae, the Fae. The Fae are with us. So call upon them. They love crystals. They love shiny objects. They like little houses. I've got houses all in my garden everywhere for the Fae, but they're not insignificant and little and makes us think about us, right? Sometimes people might think that you're insignificant, that you don't have a lot of power, but you do. You are powerful and you are definitely not insignificant. So don't think that calling upon the Fae is a silly thing. They are very, very powerful. What do you need? How can we help you? What we would like, especially in this rain, is our little houses to go into. And we do love the crystal for when the sun shines upon it. So what can you do for me? Will you take care of the animals for me? I will take care of you. Call upon the Fae. All right. Now we're going to go and we're going to do our messages. Ingrid. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So Nandini, Ingrid, Lori Hamilton. I'm just going to tell me who wants a reading. Tina and Lisa. Tina's Lisa. Johanna. You can ask a question in your head and you can allow spirit to answer it. Chords of Gratitude. Julie Zechariah. Pay. All right. I'll tell you who I have. Oh, Breezer, because she's driving. Breezer. I've got Nandini, Ingrid, Lori, Tina, Tina's daughter, Lisa, Johanna, Chords of Gratitude, Julie Zechariah, Pay, and Breezer. If there's anyone else, please let me know. And we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. So I normally only do 10. So we'll see. I'm also doing Lisa Lichny and myself. All right. So for Nandini, correct neutrality. Where'd the deck go? Here we go. This is the one Spirit wanted us to work with. For Nandini, correct neutrality on all levels. Nandini. Unleash your spirit. The sacred self comes forward. The Shekinah for Nandini. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, and dance to the sacred rhythms of life. And Kali Ma, facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Can you dance through the fire to the other side and wear the lessons proudly like Kali Ma? You've asked for this. You've called Kali in. You've asked for an ending of something. Now you need to go through whatever must be done to get to the other side. That's Nandini. Ingrid, correct neutrality on all levels. My feet are cold. Ingrid, my feet are cold. I had fuzzy slippers and I put them somewhere else. Severa, you're not coming out. I do a Sedona Conscious Living Center. I do their New Year's reading. I'm their reader, and they do a big grand ball and meal. And then during the meal, halfway through, I do a reading for everyone. And I went through Sedona and looked at the different decks, and I saw this deck, and I thought it was so much fun. It's again the butterfly, right? And I took it up to use it, and so I was working with it, and a woman said at the end, "Thank you so much. That deck that you are using is mine." And she said, "And this is your copy. Keep it." Wasn't that cool? It was the right choice. Ooh, look at this. This is Ingrid. Ingrid, it was the right choice. Within the myriad possibilities in life lies the simple path of intuitive knowing. Trust yourself to dance through all the options. This is like a spiral staircase coming higher and higher, or you could do it like a nautilus shell. But for Ingrid, it was the right choice. Trusting your intuition. Trust yourself to dance through all the options. Now, don't you find it interesting that Nandini's message said that she called in Kalima? Can you do the dance to get through to the other side? I am getting a blanket. I am cold. Hold on. I seriously am freezing. So I'm getting a blanket. Oh my gosh. You stay in, Sophia. Sorry, I was trying to decide if I should get fuzzy slippers, but then I thought, if I have my cat blanket on me, it'll keep all of me warm. Oh, check this out. Watch. First thing I saw, again, was the butterfly. Okay. Oh, that feels good. No, you're not coming out, Safira. Okay. Thank you, beautiful. It's a lovely path, says Ingrid. Yes. Okay. Amy Shailene. Okay. Laurie Hamilton. Laurie Hamilton. Laurie Hamilton. Laurie Hamilton. Laurie Hamilton. Correct neutrality on all levels, Laurie Hamilton. I know. I'm getting warm. Laurie Hamilton, you got 2. Accept compliments. The next time someone gives you a compliment, say thank you. Don't shrug it off or play it down or reject the gift. You will be denying yourself and the giver the opportunity to share in a moment of gratitude and love. Exercise your self-esteem and soak it in, superstar. Think of compliments as little confidence-building soul vitamins. You are worthy of praise. And, I know what I was going to tell you about Safira. I'll tell you in a second. It has to do with my lip. Right? Which side is it? You can see it. I kept seeing it. That's why. Is it this one? I'll show you in a minute. Say you're sorry. Ooh. Are you carrying around regret? Is there a relationship that needs healing, but you just don't know what to say? Give your pride a rest and simply start with, I'm sorry. Take responsibility and acknowledge your role in the situation. Apologize for them and for you. Then let it go and be very proud of yourself. Making amends isn't easy, but it's a huge leap forward on your spiritual path. Bravo. Did you notice something in this? You're carrying around this regret, a relationship that needs healing, but you don't know what to do. Take responsibility, acknowledge your role, apologize for them and for you. You don't need to do this in anybody's physical presence. You just energetically need to take responsibility of your part and apologize, and also apologize for them. And you're sorry too. And let's drop this and move on, shall we? I think that's very interesting. Making amends isn't easy, but it's a huge leap forward on your spiritual path. Bravo. So what I was going to tell you about Sapphira is remember I had to lift her in the house. She didn't know how to find her way. Well, she got caught in a tree and she couldn't find her way down. And so I climbed the tree. It was very high. And I got her and she was so scared. I had to pull her off the branches. And when she came down, her paw went across her claw. And it went from I think it's this side. I keep seeing it and then it goes, yeah. It went all the way down over my eyelid. It hit me, like it scratched me here, hit me here, and sliced all open here. And I have a huge scar on my lip. And it's so frustrating because it looks like a freaking lip wrinkle. And it's not a lip wrinkle. It's a scar from Sapphira. And she's right there. Yeah, I'm not letting you out either. Phoebe wants out too. Anyway, I kept seeing that. And I'm like, what is this about Sapphira? I took a hit for her. So I love her. And she hurt me. And she caused me pain. But I still love her. And I still am showing her how to get back in. Oh, there's a message there, you guys. Tina. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Tina. These cards, the one thing is they're so big, they're hard to shuffle. Okay. Spirit, can you show one for Tina? How big these are. I feel like Alice in Wonderland. I feel like a little kid with a little kid that sits in a giant chair with giant, everything feels exaggerated right now. Tina, what's her message, Spirit? Show me her message. It's going to be a hard one. That one? Listen. Listen to the mysterious, the unspoken, the call of the deepest. Truth within you. It offers wisdom, peace, and love. So there's something inside of you that you need to listen to. Listen to the mysterious, the unspoken, the call of the deepest truth within you. So sometimes, like right now, close your eyes and just listen. And I can hear the rain. And when you hear the rain, it lulls you, right? It brings you to a peaceful center. And then what comes to mind? I had a dream the other night, and it was very bizarre. The whole night, it's not all the dreams that night were very bizarre, because one of them said, all I heard, it was an audio message, and it was Kate Spade. And I'm like, okay, Kate Spade is a purse. And I said, what's the story of Kate Spade? Kate Spade and her husband were struggling, and so she decided that she didn't like these ridiculous purses that were useless. I don't know what the story. I tried to read the story really quick, but it was about she created something. She created it because she needed it. She created it because she needed it. It's like me. I created my deck because I needed it, right? I needed to be able to trust a deck and trust the words, and so I needed to create it myself. There's a message in that. Ingrid, thank you, beautiful. Have a wonderful Sunday, and I will find all the joy on Monday. Much love to you all. All right. So listen to what comes and follow your intuition as to why that came. Why was that word spoken? What did I need to learn? And it may be something else. It may come up later. All I know is I paid attention. So if you can get quiet and pay attention to what comes, you'll hear what you need to hear. Tina's Lisa. Tina's Lisa. Tina's Lisa. Tina's Lisa. Tina's Lisa. That's far too many. Spirit. Tina's Lisa. Tina's Lisa. Tina's Lisa. Gossip dims your glow. Speaking poorly about others tarnishes your energy and your reputation. So avoid bonding over complaints and feeling superior. Humans weren't designed to be perfect, and this includes you. Instead, raise your vibration by engaging in positive communication. Celebrate what does work and who is awesome. The more you do this, the more radiant you will become. So I'm going to throw myself under the bus right now. I knew this card was going to come out for me because I get smacked instantly when I'm misbehaving. And what happened was when that somebody was spoken about, I spoke to my friend and it came out of my mouth and it was like, that disgusts me. That disgusts me. That's disgusting to me. And then I thought, I heard this in my head. You're gossiping. You're gossiping. You can remember what Spirit said. Remember, that's why that message came out for me. Remember what Spirit said. It's best to say nothing. It's best to just detach and say nothing. But I didn't. I said it to her, and I said that to her, like I shouldn't. So let's just rewind this and delete this because that wasn't positive, right? And I'm saying this to you because none of us are perfect, and it did disgust me. But I didn't need to share that, right? I didn't need to share that. It wasn't positive. But I use myself as an example because I can't use you. So speaking poorly about others tarnishes your energy. And I thought about that. That's going to fuck with my energy, right? I need to cancel, clear, delete that comment. And I said to her, delete that right off your phone. Delete it. That I said that because we both know, we both feel the same way anyway about the situation, but we don't need to discuss it and we don't need to bring energy to it because you bring energy to it and it's not good. So instead, raise your vibration by detaching from it and focus on something positive, right? Sometimes when we're feeling really crappy, we find ourselves more apt to doing that. And that's not good. That's no excuse. Should I let my chicken out and let her see? Because I'm thinking about that right now. She's so angry. She wants out, but it's pouring rain. Go ahead. Do you want to go out there? Do you want to be out in the rain? Or do you want to? No, you don't. I know you don't. You hate it. Do you want to be on mommy's lap? Right. You want to come up here? So there's another message, let them. There's a book called Let Them. They want to say crappy things about you, let them. They want to leave you, let them. Whatever it is, let them. Let them do whatever they want because you should be able to do whatever you want. All right, Johanna, correct for neutrality on all levels. I knew that was going to come out and get me. I swear to God. I don't get 5 seconds before Spirit in my higher self smacks my ass for being out of line. Correct for neutrality for Johanna. That's why I chose the butterfly. Spirit. Remember Spirit said you chose the butterfly. And I said, actually, I chose these. And they're like, no, you chose the butterfly because this is the lesson you need to learn today. And you already knew it last night, but now we're here to remind you that the best thing you could have done is said nothing and then detach and start speaking about something positive. I don't get away with it, man. Okay. Walk your walk, talk your talk, teacher. So this is for Johanna. You are healing. Healing happens in seconds. It happens in seasons. Let's redo this, shall we? Healing happens in seasons. It cannot be rushed or forced to fit a schedule. So often we curse the seeds that haven't even taken root, failing to recognize it's not their time. They need more water, sunlight, and care. They need more love and peace. They don't need bullying. And bullying ourselves blocks regeneration. So we're bullying ourselves by pushing ourselves before we're ready. Also, sometimes the healing that we're focused on isn't the healing that's taking place. There's much deeper healing going on. Be patient, dear one. You are healing. So I'm focused on healing this aspect. And Spirit says, well, that's very commendable. But right now, you really need to heal this aspect. And that's what we're working on right now. I love it. You are healing. All right. Chords of gratitude. Chords of gratitude. Oh my gosh, I'm laughing at myself right now. Chords of gratitude. Don't I have another deck? I had another deck. It is chilly willy out here, you guys. Chilly freaking willy. Even with this blankie. It's damp and chilly. I feel like putting on a fire. Isn't that awesome? I love fall. I love fall, winter, and spring. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Chords of gratitude. Chords of gratitude. Mother Mary, which to me is just the divine Mother God. I don't ever do the Mother Mary or the whatever. They're all an aspect of the divine Mother God. Our mother, all of our mother. Love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. I love this. I love this. I am a mother whose daughter is mad at me. And I choose peace. I don't need to be right. We can agree to disagree, right? I don't even want to talk about it. I just love you. So I'm putting that out there. I just love you. And I choose peace. So let go of the need to be right. You don't have to you don't have to force the agenda, because what did Spirit say? Sometimes people aren't ready, right? Sometimes we're working on something else right now. I'm kind of concerned about my brand new covered catio, that it's not completely closed right now. It's coming down, you guys. So let's move on from this. So no need to be always right. Choose peace instead. Can you hear it, you guys? I hate to keep getting up and down, but I feel like, are they okay? Spirit, do I need to go and check that? Are they okay? It can wait. Okay, it can wait. I literally saw can wait. So they're okay. Julie Zechariah. Charity. Julie Zechariah. Connect with heaven. This is about prayer and contemplation. Connect with the divine. Connect with those in spirit. Ask and you shall receive. Ask. Connect with your divine. Connect with your mother goddess, your father God. Connect with your passed over dead loved ones. Connect with your archangels and ascended masters. What is it that you need? Ask them. Connect with them. Ask them and you will receive. I love that. Pay. Pay. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Pay. Kathumi, cloak of wisdom. You already know the answer that you seek. Trust what you know. Do not let anyone else talk you out of it. Do not even let yourself talk you out of it. You already know the answer you seek. Breezer. Breezer, breezer, breezer. Are we just going to keep using this deck? I guess. No, let's go to this one. Breezer. Breezer. You guys, I almost did our reading in Duchess. It would have been so fun with the rain on her roof. Oh, if it's raining next week, we'll do Duchess. Nandini, my mind is so unstable over someone as I have not heard from him in a long while. Then you need to let go. You need to let go. No way, man. If you're giving your power away to someone that it's making you feel unstable, that's not in your highest good. You need to let go. You need to surrender that situation to the divine. And yes, I read for you first, Nandini. So go back and listen to your message. This is for Breezer. Trust your intuition. It's time to stop seeking advice from others and go inside instead. You know what's best for your body, mind, and spirit. Sit in meditation, walk in the woods, ask yourself what you would need, and listen. Tune into your inner guidance. When you get a gut reaction, honor it. Can't help but think, Nandini, pay attention to this message. Tune into your inner guidance. When you get a gut reaction, honor it. You have the answer, and it is safe to trust yourself. Everything you need is already inside of you. You do not need that person. You need yourself. You need to choose yourself. Someone doesn't choose you, they don't deserve you. If they don't appreciate your presence, let them appreciate your absence. It may not be in your highest good. Everything you need is within. This is Breezer's message, however. It's still a message for all of us. So offer your love right now. Breezer, is there someone in your life who could benefit from loving kindness? The gesture doesn't have to be big. Send an email, pick up the phone, pop by for a visit, or order a bouquet of flowers. Let this person know that you're thinking of him or her. When we offer our love generously, that caring energy comes back to us tenfold, while also lifting us up in the process. Reach out and offer your love today. Nandini and everyone else, right? I haven't heard from this person, so what am I going to do? It's making me lose my mind. I'm so unstable. I haven't heard from them in a long time. You're not loving yourself. So this doesn't offer your love to another. This is telling you offer your love to yourself. There's something within you that needs to be filled, and you're not going to fill it by someone else. It's everything you need is within you, right? So this is there someone in your life that could offer from loving kindness? Yes, you. Give yourself a gesture. Get yourself a nice blanket. Tell yourself, I love you, that you are worthy and you are deserving. When we offer this love, we'll get that love back. So give to yourself. What did I say at the beginning of this reading? I had to choose me. And in choosing me, I received my mirror. Someone who says, you give me butterflies. I choose me and I get my mirror. If you choose him and he's not giving you any attention, you're not getting attention from anyone. So that was for everyone. I loved it. Come here, Saphira. You're all wet now, and I'm not going to get you this time. There's another message. I'm not going to get you this time. You took off and you got caught in the rain. I'm sorry for you, but I'm not running after you. I'm making sure that I stay warm and dry. Lisa, my Lisa Lichney that I love. Lisa Lichney. My friend that I am so proud of. She's 20 years younger than me and a light. She is my young mentor. She is my mentor. Sometimes I'm hers, but she was a gift from the divine. And last time I said that about her, I thought, well, you're kind of giving her a lot of credit. Maybe you shouldn't keep talking about her like that because there are other people in your life. And the spirit says, no, that's the truth. I told you I don't have very many people I can trust. And I trust her because what she does, she walks the walk and talks her talk. And I love that. So this message is for you, Lisa. Duck. The duck talks about comfort. I love this deck. I also bought this deck at Soulscape and did I get this one in Encinitas? My trip to California has been delayed, so I'm wanting to go to Soulscape. But the duck talks about comfort. So if you look, this is how a seer's life is. Her and I talked about this last night. If you look in there, you see the woman's face, right? And you see the person in the water right there, right? You see all of that. And you see the body in the tree. See the woman's face, the body in the tree, and the head. I see that all the time. I see things like that. So listen to this. 9 says you've got everything you need, light worker, in order to move forward on your spiritually illuminated path. Stop procrastinating. Lisa is a healer. She does emotional wizardry and with a form of kinesiology, applied kinesiology, which is what my mother did. And it's funny because she says she feels like I'm her mom and she's like my awakened daughter. And yet she does what my mother did. That's why she's a wise mentor, even though she's younger than me. I am Duck, the complexity of emotion. I am the master of the undercurrents. I am the healing of the heart. I am the surge of inner motivations. You need to be aware of what drives you. What feelings are pushing you forward? Which ones are drowning your progress? I am a creature of navigational purpose. You have to learn when to dive deeper and when to gently skim the surface. I am the equalizer of polarities. Let yourself balance the rush of subconscious flow with a piece of equilibrium. Allow the experience of emotional catharsis, but do not forget to release the heavy entanglements. Feel your responses, but do not become overwhelmed. I am progress. I am growth. There is great healing in the waters. You are cathartic. You are exploring the depths. You are fluidity. You are Duck. And Duck brings comfort, and she brings comfort to me. So I'm honored to give you this message from Spirit and let me be the channel that delivers it. I love that. Amy Shailene, I'm still trying to get the funds together to be able to order another whack of decks. Amy Shailene's deck was stolen right out of her mailbox. Like I sent it to her, and she got the package, and the deck was missing. It was covered 100%, and I hope you went and got the money back for it. But that's why I chose to read for you, because you don't have it in your hands. So this is the Master Buddha. The Buddha finds peace even amidst chaos. We reach a stage in our lives when we feel this undeniable pull within us to go on a quest of some sort. Oh my God, you guys. They say that the California coast is opening. I want to take Duchess and go on a quest. I really do. We are following our soul's needs. We are seeking enlightenment. There must be something more than a 9-to-5 job and the daily grind. If there is something in our lives right now, listen. See if you guys can hear it. Right when I said that, it was a warning. I'm sure it's talking about the flash floods and the rain, and be careful and don't drive and blah, 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 blah. But it was a sign right when I said the words. We are following our soul's needs. We are seeking enlightenment. There must be something more than a 9-to-5 daily grind. And then it was like, attention, attention, attention. Spirit is trying to get your attention, right? If there's something in our lives that we are not happy with, we must accept responsibility for it, and we must do something to change it. We can literally accomplish this by changing our thinking. We must recognize how powerful our mind really is. Maybe we're not able to leave behind our families or responsibilities to go on a physical journey. I couldn't leave my cats. My funds weren't enough. My car is not in good working condition right now. And so my trip to California is delayed. So I understand this. You may not be able to go somewhere, go on a quest, like a physical quest. In this case, we must create space and time to seek out a place of solace. Where can we see beauty in our lives? What can we do to bring peace and calmness within? We may choose to sit in our garden and gaze upon a simple yet beautiful flower. Perhaps we choose to swing in our hammock chair. I love being out here when I'm warm and I can be in the, like, I can get a snuggly blankie and I can get I guess this is what Spirit's asking for me to do, right? So I get my message through you, just like all of these messages give us all messages. I'm going to get my fuzzy slippers on and get warm, and I will sit here and do my meditation because I'm not able to go on this quest right now. Perhaps we choose to watch the birds dance in the air through the leaves of a beautiful sycamore tree. It has been said that a true master finds peace amidst the chaos. In truth, chaos is the universe's way of rearranging things. Often what we see as destruction is spirit making room for new creation. We also have that ability. What we focus upon magnifies. It's a choice we get every single day. We must choose wisely as we are creating our reality. So chaos was, wow, this storm blew in out of nowhere and it delayed my trip. And it caused havoc on my canopies. I had to rearrange. But there was a reason for that. There was a reason. I kept getting, there's a delay. And there's a reason, because I need to make sure before I go, right? So you're not going on the quest. You're going on the quest within. And this havoc that's being caused in this is a rearrangement, a divine rearrangement that's taking place for you. Was there anyone else that asked for a reading? I think we got everybody, right? Except for Serenity. Serenity gets this one. And then me. Correct for neutrality. It's funny, no matter how fast I feel like I'm going or how slow, or, I feel like, oh, I've got so many delays, we always wrap up about the same time. Isn't that interesting? I have an internal clock. Correct for neutrality on all levels for Serenity. I was supposed to go on my trip with Serenity and she canceled on me. And then everything else fell apart after that. So, correct for neutrality on all levels. Serenity. Serenity. Serenity got 2. The unexpected and creativity. Look how fun these cards are. Aren't they fun? They're simple, but they're so fun. Creativity. Our magnificent universal mind is always reinventing itself. Play your role. Create and inspire, and let yourself be inspired by others. And then the unexpected. Now or soon, you will experience something that will surprise or even amaze you. Be awakened to your possibilities and gifts. This is the house about to be dropped on the Wicked Witch of the West. But you know what? The Wicked Witch of the West, have you seen the new Oz? You find out that the Wicked Witch is actually a very good witch, and the rotter was the wizard. He was the rotter. The unexpected. This is amazing. Now or soon, you will experience something that will surprise or even amaze you. Be awake to possibilities and gifts. Woohoo! All right, my message. My message, Spirit. What deck for me? What deck for me? Kevin. Hi, Kevin. I will attend General Conference next Saturday and Sunday next weekend. I don't know where that is. I don't know what that is. Where's Frank Howard? We didn't see Frank Howard today. All right. What is my deck that I'm going to be using for myself? Can you show me, Spirit? I'm just going to close my eyes and I want to hear it. What is this one called? Inner Wisdom, Wings of Enchantment. Which one is mine? Clear, 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 clear. Wings of Enchantment. Wings of Enchantment. The one I got on my quest makes sense because my quest has been delayed. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Wings of Enchantment. Not to mention, I love the bird messengers. I come from the cat people, but I am called she who walks with Raven. Oh, my goddess. Did you see me do that? I'm putting this here, and then I'm going to see what flips out. I thought I was putting the book down, but I put a card down. So I'm going to read them both. There's a message that I didn't even realize I had done that. What is the message, Spirit, that I need to hear and that would help the most amount of people? Viva! 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 Dove. All right. So what came out was hummingbird. My daughter calls me the hummingbird. I am the hummingbird. So we'll do dove first, since that's what Spirit says is my message. I'll let you look at the dove as I read the message, because you know it's not going to be just my message. I am dove, the piece of alignment. I am feminine. I am sensitive to my surroundings. I am the nourishment of the earth and the gentleness of her instinct. I am the calm after the storm. I am hope and harvest. I keep seeing the word hope. I am hope and harvest. Okay, I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going to stop. This water deck that I used, when everything fell apart, when Serenity canceled and this all blew to hell, and I didn't have someone to watch my animals, I asked the water card, what do I need? And what they said was, you need hope. And that's what I charged my water with. And it completely changed my energy. I swear to God. It changed my energy because the molecules spoke to my water and told the water that I ingested, and it filled me with what I needed. I am hope and harvest. I am the embellishment of harmony and the sacrifice necessary to nurture what has been created. Sacrifice necessary. I cannot leave yet. I created that catio for my animals, right? And I need to make sure that's a necessary sacrifice. You are at peace now and brimming with compassion. You are in love with life. I am the enjoyment of family connection. I am the safety of a united community. This is not the time to fly solo. Wow! This is not the time to fly solo, but rather seek out kindred spirits. I am the gathering of like minds. I am the coven. I am the serenity of kin. Okay, Serenity is my best friend in California. And I said, maybe I'm just meant to go without her. Clearly the message is, you are not to fly solo. You are to seek out the serenity of kin. So I need to go when Serenity can go. Isn't that a message? Because it's a message not only for her, but for me, but for her. She obviously needs this as well. That's amazing. I am group, mind, and structure. Merge your energies with others and watch what unfolds. There is greater power in collaboration. There is profound wisdom within the whole. You are engaging life. You are embracing peace. You are aligning with others. You are dove. 8 is infinity, right? At never-ending supply for both of us. So we will go at a time when we are both cared for. Everything is ready. It'll be delayed, but we will go together. Holy granola, that message is crazy. I literally said to Lisa, maybe I should just go on my own and forget Serenity. No, they said, you must not go alone. You must go with Serenity, with your kin. Wow, that's crazy. Yes, I always say that you are my hope and light. Oh, you are my dove with olive branch. Oh, you're very sweet. But that is not me. I'm just a channel. That's spirit. You see my light, I am honored that you see my light. Thank you. Correct for neutrality on all levels. And the other message that I inadvertently chose, I didn't even know I had done it. I chose something and I didn't know that I had done it. I think when I called the person that was going to stay here with the cats and said, I'm not going to go, right now I'm not going to go, I chose not to go on this trip. All right, 17, the hummingbird. I am hummingbird. I am creator shaman. I am the burst of light in the darkness, whirling and weaving through the pattern of time. I create the nectars of life. I am the fragility of time and the strength of passion. I am the beauty of nature in motion. I advise you to keep your garden in order. Again, my garden that I need to make sure is covered properly. This is incredible. Keep your garden in order. I am the fleeting brilliance of the moment. I am the here and the now. When your world has ceased to make sense, I will be the one fluttering at your window. Hover precisely where you are and take a good look around. Take it all in before your next great adventure. I am luminosity. I am the magic that happens with the first breath. I am the life that stirs at dawn. I am the opening of the flower in the spring. There is a miracle in every particle of life. You are spontaneous action. You are divinity made manifest. You are the joy of movement. You are hummingbird. Hover precisely where you are. I was supposed to leave in 2 days. Hover precisely where you are. Take it all in before your next great adventure. Talk about, I stopped looking for signs and messages. And because Spirit said, are you looking for a message? You're looking for a sign? Stop looking. Let them find you. Well, that was very clear clarification for me. So I hope that you were able to receive some messages in regards to that as well. I'm going to go in. I'm going to call it because I am freezing and our time is up. Thank you for coming and sharing within our energy. Please click the like button before you go. Please click the subscribe button and share. It helps get us seen by others who need to see. I send all my love with you. Angels on your wheels, angels beneath your wings to help you fly. Sending you calm, peace, clarity, understanding, sending love, and asking for it back and receiving it as well. I take care. You take care. Love you. Bye.